Sürpriz. program accompanied by also the 7th and 8th grade choir. This is quite an event, and I'm so pleased to see all of you here. The students are extremely excited. Miss Wilson and the students have worked very hard for a long time to put this performance on, and we're excited to be able to finally hear it. It's called Just a Dream, and I'm sure all of you will recognize the music because it's from the Beatles. Yeah. Music you understand and can communicate and connect to. So I'm not going to take a lot of time to introduce everything right now. Ms. Wilson will do that throughout the program, but I do want to say thank you so much for coming, and sit back and enjoy a great time.
All right, thanks again. Another reminder, we are live streaming tonight's concert. If you are not aware, there is a QR code on your program. You can scan and it will pull you up to the link. If you've got a QR scanner on your phone, or if you go to YouTube, you can search for C.A. Frost. If you have got grandma or grandpa out of state or not here tonight, feel free to share with them so they can feel like they're right here with us. So thank you so much for coming. Hope you enjoyed the show.
As usual, Walter stopped at the bakery on his way home from school. He He bought one large jelly-filled donut. He took the pastries from his bag, eating quickly as he walked along. He licked the red jelly from his fingers as he listened to his favorite band, the Beatles, singing Strawberry Fields into his headphones. He crumpled up the empty bag and threw it at the fire hydrant. At home, Walter saw a rose from the little girl next door, watering a tree that had just been planted. "It's my birthday present," she said proudly. Walter couldn't understand why Anna would want a tree for a present. "My birthday's in a few days," he told her, "and I'm not getting some dumb pin." After dinner, Walter took out the trash. 3 cans stood next to the garage. One was for bottles, one was for cans, and one for everything else. As usual, Walter dumped everything into one can. He was too busy to sort through garbage, especially when there was something good on television. The show that Walter was so eager to watch was about a boy who lived in the future. The boy flew around in a tiny airplane that he parked on the roof of his house. He had a robot and a small machine that could make any kind of food with the push of a button. Walter went to bed wishing he lived in the future. He couldn't wait to have his own tiny plane, a robot to take out the trash, and a machine that could make jelly donuts by the thousands.
Put on his headphones and turned on the Beatles, and when he fell asleep, his wish came true. That night, the Beatles took Walter's bed to the future.
stone. He looked up to see four very unexpected people standing in front of him. "Hello, Walter," exclaimed Paul McCartney. You're Paul McCartney, the Beatles. How do you know my name? What's going on? Where am I?" Walter cried out. "We've taken you to the future, Walter," Paul responded. "Take a look and see, is it all you imagined?" Just then, a bulldozer began pushing a heap of bulging trash bags toward Walter. "Stop!" he yelled. Just then, the person driving the bulldozer put the machine into neutral. "Oh, sorry," the driver said. "Didn't see you there." Walter looked at the distant mountains of trash and saw half-buried houses. "Do people live here?" he asked. Not anymore," answered the driver. "A few feet from the bell was a rusty old street sign that read Floor Avenue." "Oh no," gasped Walter. "He lived on Floor Avenue." The driver revved up his bulldozer. "Well," he shouted, "back to work." Walter pulled the covers over his head. This can't be the future, he thought. I'm sure it's just a dream. He went back to sleep, but not for long. Two people carrying a large saw, but sitting next to him again
Walter cut out to the woodcutters below. Hello to you, they shouted back. You aren't going to cut down this tree, are you? Walter asked. But the woodcutters didn't answer. They took off their jackets, rolled up their sleeves, and got to work. Back and forth, they pushed the saw, slicing through the trunk of Walter's tree.
You must need this tree for something important, Walter called down. Oh yes, they said, very important. Then Walter noticed lettering on the woodcutter's jackets. He could just make out the words, Quality Toothpick Company. Walter sighed and stood back under the blankets. Until...
stop coughing. His bed was balanced on the rim of a giant smokestack. The air was filled with smoke that burned his throat and made his eyes itch all around him. Dozens of under smokestacks belched thick clouds of hot foul smoke. A worker climbed one with the stacks. "What is this place?" Walter called out. "This is Maximum Strength Medicine Factory," the worker answered. "Gosh," said Walter, looking at the smoke. "What kind of medicine do they make here?" "Wonderful medicine," said the workman replied, "for burning throats and itchy eyes." Walter started coughing again. "I can get you some," the worker offered. "No thanks," said Walter. He buried his head in his pillows, and when his coughing stopped, fell asleep. But then... Snowflakes fell on Walter. He was high in the mountains. "It's cold here, Walter." "I'm sorry, Walter, but you've got more to see," replied George. "Be sure to learn all you can."
As the Beatles vanished again, a group of people wearing snowshoes and long fur coats hiked past Walter's bed. "Where are you going?" he asked. "To the hotel," one of them replied. Walter turned around and saw an enormous building. A sign on it read, "Hotel Everest." "It's a hotel," asked Walter, "on top of Mount Everest."
"Yes," said one of the hikers. "Isn't it beautiful?" "Well," Walter began, but the group didn't wait for his answer. They waved goodbye and marched away. Walter stared at the flashing yellow sign, then crawled back beneath his sheets. But there was more to see. wet and cold. When he opened his eyes, he found himself floating on the open sea. He looked up at John Lennon, who was sitting at the foot of his bed. Go ahead, Walter, John encouraged. There's plenty more for you to learn here. And as the Beatles mysteriously disappeared once again, Walter's bed became drifting toward a fishing boat. The people on the boat were laughing and dancing.
Ship ahoy, Walter shouted. The fisherman waved to him. What's the celebration for, he asked. We just caught a fish, one of them yelled back. Our second one is sweet. They held up their small fish for Walter to see. Are you supposed to throw the little ones back, Walter asked.
But the fishermen didn't hear him. They were busy singing and dancing. John Lennon returned to the foot of his bed and Walter asked him, why were those fish so small? The water been polluted for years, Walter, John replied. The fish cannot thrive the way it is. There's got to be some way to change this, said Walter. But John Lennon had already rejoined the band. Walter turned away. Soon the rocking of the bed put him to sleep, but only for a moment.
Walter off his mattress. He jumped up. There were cars and trucks all around him, horn honking loudly, creeping along inch by inch. Every driver had a car phone in one hand and a big cup of coffee in the other. When the traffic stopped completely, the honking grew even louder. Walter could not get back to sleep. Hours passed and he wondered if he'd get stuck on the highway forever.
This can't be the future. Where are the tiny airplanes, the robots? Help, Walter cried out. The honking continued into the night, until finally, one by one, the cars became as quiet as their drivers, and Walter went to sleep, but his bed traveled on.
Walter looked up. A horse stood right over his bed, staring directly at him. In the saddle was a woman wearing cowboy clothes. "My horse likes you," she said. "Good," replied Walter, who wondered where the Beatles had taken him this time. All he could see was a dull yellow haze.
Son, the woman told him, spreading her arms in front of her. This is the mighty Grand Canyon. Walter gazed in the foggy distance. Of course, she went on, with all this smog, nobody's gotten a good look at it for years. The woman offered to sell Walter some postcards that showed the canyon in the old days, then the really pretty.
But Walter couldn't look. He looked over at the Beatles. "It's just a dream," he said. "I'll wake up soon, back in my room." But he didn't.
sheets. His bed was flying in the night sky. A flock of birds passed overhead. One of them landed on his bed, and to his surprise, she began to speak. I hope you don't mind, the bird said, if I take a short rest here. The birds have been flying for days looking for the pond where they had always jumped in.
I'm sure it's down there somewhere, Walter said, though he suspected something awful might have happened. After a while, the bird made its way to the edge of the bed, took a deep breath, and flew off. Good luck, Walter called to her. Then he pulled the blanket up and spoke to John again. What can I do? How can these be changed? He asked.
I believe you already know, Walter, but we'll all need to come together, John answered. Walter pulled the blanket up over his head and wondered if his dream would ever end. Then, finally,
he wear no shoe shine, he got toes and football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he say, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free.
he'd seen was not what he expected. Robots and little airplanes didn't seem very important now. He looked out his window at the trees and lawns in the early morning light, then jumped out of bed.
He ran outside and down the block, still in his pajamas. He found the empty jelly donut bag he'd thrown at the fire hydrant the day before. Then Walter went back home and before the sun came up, sorted all the trash by the garage. A few days later, on Walter's birthday, all his friends came over for cake and ice cream.
Walter's friends loved his new toys. My best present, Walter told them, is outside. Then he showed them the gift he picked out that morning, a tree.
After the party, Walter and his dad planted the birthday present. When he went to bed, Walter turned on his Beatles CD and looked out his window. He could see his tree and the tree Rose had planted on her birthday. He liked the way they looked, side by side. Then he went to sleep, but not for long, because that night the Beatles took him away again.
The sky was blue, laundry hanging from a clothesline flapped in the breeze. Someone was pushing an old, motorless lawnmower. This isn't the future, Walter thought. It's the past. Good morning, the man said. You found a nice place to sleep. Yes, I have, Walter agreed. There was something very peaceful about the huge trees next to his bed. The man looked up at the rustling leaves. My great-grandmother planted one of these trees, he said, when she was a little girl.
Walter looked up at the leaves too, and then over to the Beatles. He realized where they'd taken him. This was the future after all, a different kind of future. There were still no robots or tiny airplanes. There weren't even any clothes dryers or gas-powered lawnmowers.
Walter lay back and smiled. I like it here, he told them, and drifted off to sleep in the shade of the two giant trees, the trees he and Rose had planted so many years ago.
Thank you for being here this evening. We hope you can imagine the possibilities of our actions, good or bad.
The world depends on us.
Let's choose to let the world be a place of beauty and health for all future generations.